Hey everyone. So instead of our scheduled topics today, I figured I would put out a few videos going through the midterm or the sample midterm that I posted on Blackboard. If you want to see this for yourself, you can go look on Blackboard under course materials and you can download it and practice it for yourself. I would encourage everybody, just as a matter of studying, to go try this for yourself before you watch me do it or before you look at any of the solutions. The reason for that is it's pretty hard to unsee the solution once you've seen it, and this will be a really good test to see how much you already know before you take this test. So this is the actual midterm that I gave to my college algebra students last semester. So you can expect the midterm to look fairly similar to this one in terms of its content. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Just as a side note, I'm planning on doing maybe two or three videos here. That way, this isn't incredibly long. But I wanted to go through each of these problems, explain how to do it, and yeah, hopefully this is of some help to you as you study for the midterm. So it says for question one, it says for the following equations, determine if there is no solution, infinitely many solutions, should be S there, or one solution. If there is one solution, you need to find it. Okay, so here we have negative 5 times w plus 2 in parentheses, and that's equal to 5w minus 4 plus 2 times 3w plus 2. All right, so the first thing we ought to do is go ahead and distribute this negative 5 here. So this will give us negative 5w minus 10 is equal to 5w minus 4 plus, now we're going to distribute this 2, so we'll have plus 6w plus 4. Okay, so let's see if we can collect all all of our terms on the right hand side. So we'll have negative 5w minus 10 is equal to, here we have 5w and then 6w, so we have 11w. We have minus 4 and plus 4, so these are actually going to cancel. That's nice. So we're just left with 11w on the other side. So let's go ahead and bring this 5w over. So plus 5w. Okay, so we'll have negative 10 is equal to, looks like 16w. We can divide both sides by 16, and we'll get w is equal to negative 10 over 16, which we could also say is equal to negative 5 over 8. So w is equal to negative 5 over 8. All right, so here on this next one, we have 2 times x plus 2 plus x is equal to 3 times x minus 1 plus 6. So let's go ahead and distribute. We'll distribute the 2, and we'll distribute this 3 as well, and that will give us 2x plus 4 plus x is equal to 3x minus 3 plus 6. So let's collect all of our terms on each side here. So we have 2x and x here. So we'll have 3x plus 4 is equal to 3x minus 3 plus 6. So minus 3 plus 6 is 3x plus 3. All right, so let's move this over. Minus 3x. Okay, so these cancel, and these cancel. So we're now left with 4 is equal to 3. So we're left with an equality that doesn't make any sense. And anytime you're left with an equality that doesn't make any sense, that means there is no solution to this equation. No solution. All right, so here we have negative 4 times v plus 1 in parentheses is equal to 2 times 1 minus 2v in parentheses minus 6. So let's distribute the negative 4 and the 2. So we'll have negative 4v, this will become minus 4 is equal to 2 minus 4v minus 6. So let's see if we can collect like terms on the right-hand side. So we have negative 4v minus 4 is equal to negative 4v minus 4. We have 2 and then minus 6, so yeah. So hopefully you can see where this is going. Since it's the same on both sides, we could plug any number in for v and it should work. But if you want to, let's go ahead and add 4v to both sides. These will cancel. These will cancel. Then we get negative 4 is equal to negative 4. And we're left with an equality with no variables that is true. So that means that there are an infinite number of solutions. Okay, so that's how we would do the first problem here. So for question 2, it says we need to solve the following equations. So here we have 2 over y minus 7 is equal to 7 over y minus 7 plus 5. All right, so one thing that we can note, you might be tempted to see if we can find a common denominator here, but one nice thing here is these already have a common denominator. So all we have to do is subtract 7 over y minus 7 from both sides. Okay, this is going to cancel, and we get 2 over y minus 7 minus 7 over y minus 7 is equal to 5. So really we have, since these have a common denominator, what we can do is we can just combine them into one fraction. So we have 2 minus 7 over y minus 7. So this will be negative, sorry about that, this will be negative 5 over y minus 7 is equal to 5. So now what we'll do is we'll multiply both sides by y minus 7. These will cancel, and we get negative 5 is equal to 5 times y minus 7. We can distribute this 5, and we'll get negative 5 is equal to 5y minus 35. So if we add 35 to both sides, we get 5y is equal to 30. Dividing both sides by 5, we get y is equal to 6. Okay? Now, one thing you should also do, since we had a variable in the denominator, we need to check for excluded values. You can do this up front or you can do this at the end. Either way, you're going to have to work it out, but make sure anytime you have a variable in the denominator, you check for excluded values. Okay, so here we know that the denominator can't be 0, so let's set it equal to 0. Add 7 to both sides, and we get y is equal to 7. That's our only excluded value here. Okay, but our answer was y equals 6, so we're good. That is a valid solution. Okay, took a little space, but that's all right. Block this off. So here we have y plus 2 squared, in parentheses, minus 10 times y plus 2 plus 9 is equal to 0. So you have a couple of options here. One is you could FOIL everything out and you get a giant mess, and that's a valid way of doing this. But there's actually an easier way to do it. That would be, let's go ahead and set u equal to y plus 2. Okay, so here we have, if u is equal to y plus 2, then this is going to become, u squared minus 10u plus 9 is equal to 0. And now we can solve this just as is, and then we can plug y plus 2 back in here in a minute. So if we solve this, we'll have u squared minus 10u plus 9 equals 0. So we want to find two numbers that multiply together to give us 9 and add together to give us negative 10. I'm thinking negative 1 and negative 9, because if you do negative 1 times negative 9, you get positive 9, and add negative 1 to negative 9, you get negative 10. So this would be u minus 9 times u minus 1 is equal to 0. All right, so if either of these is equal to 0, then the whole thing is equal to 0. So we have to check each of these for our two possible solutions. All right, so this will be, if we set u minus 9 equals 0, we can add 9 to both sides, and we get u is equal to 9. Or we have u minus 1 equals 0. We get u, I keep writing y, sorry about that. We get u equals 1 is a possible solution. But now we have to plug y plus 2 back in. Okay, so we'll get y plus 2 equals 9, or y is equal to 7. And here we have y plus 2 is equal to 1, and we get y is equal to -1. Okay, so your two answers are y equals 7 or y equals 9.